How did we get to a point of you wearing a Vixens top?
Well, I guess, it's been a fairly busy couple of weeks, trying to, I guess, figure out what some options might have been. And, I guess ultimately, Collingwood didn't offer me a contract for to continue on. And so it's been a tough couple of weeks to be able to kind of, figure out what my options were. And, it's been amazing to have had the interest and to have been able to find myself a home back where it is home. I guess it's really exciting for me to be a part of what the Vixens have kind of been building over the last few years, and I'm incredibly grateful for them, to have shown interest and want me to be a part of that too.
It seemed a natural fit once Way went down. For yourself, did you sort of think right away, well, there's probably a spot there? Or?
No, your initial thoughts firstly goes to the welfare of the player, and it's a really hard road for anybody coming back from an ACL, and hopefully her recovery and her path is really great. I guess for me it wasn't until sort of our season had finished with the Magpies and we'd kind of flipped into that what's next phase, and everybody kind of you want to plan that you're in the finals and those sorts of things. So it wasn't until our season had kind of finished that a lot of this has kind of played out.
As someone who's bounced around a few different spots in big career, are you glad that you've been able to stay in Victoria at this point?
Yeah, I guess for me, you don't get to playing for 16, 17 years without a few bumps along the way, and for me to have been able to continue on with my career, it's been I've had to seek different opportunities and just find a path. If I had have kind of stopped along the way when I hit that first roadblock, it would have been a fairly short career. So I guess to have been able to continue on and keep doing what I love doing, it's just a matter of finding a way, and that's happened a few times for me now. But it's but I think it's been great to have been able to have so many different experiences and to have been exposed to a lot of different coaching styles and all of that kind of thing. And I'm really excited about working with Simone. She, I think, brings a lot of different things to the game, and she's so well respected, and as a past player but also as a coach, she's done great things with the current Vixens group.
And were you keen to stay in Melbourne?
Yeah, I guess when I initially moved home from Sydney, in my mind it was kind of I want to move home and be close to my family, and after being away from them and from my kind of wider support network for about 6 years, it was definitely a big draw card in me coming home to Melbourne. And it's amazing to have been able to find another spot here in Melbourne. It wasn't the only consideration, but it's definitely a big plus in that corner, I guess.
And can you tell us how many years you've signed up for with Vixens?
Yeah, I've signed the 1 year at this point in time, and so we'll kind of see. Hopefully I'll get out there and smash it, and there'll be another offer on the table.
How does it feel to sort of come full circle back to where it all began?
Yeah, I guess I feel like it is a bit of a full circle. You kind of go around, like I said, kind of getting all of those different experiences along the way, and to have landed back at the club where I started and began. And it's only in recent days I've kind of been doing those maths of how long has it been since I was there, and oh gosh, there's been so many things that have changed since. And I've had I was at the Vixens in 2008, 9 and 10, and the 2009 premiership has been the only premiership that I won playing at the Vixens with Sherelle, which was amazing. But so it's 2019 and it's 10 years on, and so hopefully it'll be a really nice thing for me to get back out there in the navy blue.
So does this mean that the Vixens will be all current or former Diamonds as a potential starting 7 next year then?
Potentially, yeah. There's quite a few that are in the current squad, which is great. And then there's Renee Ingalls, who's recently withdrawn.
Tegan.
And Tegan and so there's quite a crew. But it's what excites me is that they've had, it's such a young group that they've actually had a few years of developing and knowing each other's game, and they've all stuck together, which is really great, and just got that really team focus, and hopefully, I know that they were really disappointed to miss the finals this year, and I'm hoping to be able to add to what that group has already created, and support what they've got, and really just fill that role, I guess.
How appealing is the stability they've had? You mentioned it there. They've got signed pretty much re-signed the whole team, and then added a good shooter like himself.
Yeah, it's pretty big to know that you've got a steady group that are all together, and they're working towards the same thing, and they're I guess combinations in netball takes a little while for people to understand and get to know each other's intricacies of, well, when we're in this situation on court, I know what you're going to do, and a lot of those really split-second decisions and understandings on the court do take time. So the fact that the young group of Vixens have had those years together, and I think that's really exciting. So I'm going to have to do a bit of work in there to try and make sure that I can catch up to the pace that they're at.
And you mentioned before a bit about how difficult it is making these calls. Just how tough and how different is it to other seasons now trying to make that decision?
Yeah, I think sorry, I've got sun right in my eyes now. I think the sport, netball in general, is becoming so much more professional, and so it's I guess from when I started, where you just had, there was, I guess, a few more opportunities, and the landscape of the game has changed across my career, and so the fact that it is becoming so much more professional, there's decisions that are being made that you just have to kind of get on with it, and really be able to kind of differentiate between, well, it's becoming more of a business now, and I guess we're in that transition period of the sport, and I think it's it's a really great thing for the sport to be moving forward in that way, and I guess some of these hard positions that you get put in are just a part of that.
Thanks so much.
Any players in particular that you're looking forward to reconnecting with?
Well, Renee for one. Renee and I were at the Vixens together way back when, and I think it's been really nice to kind of have her support over the last week, since she kind of heard my name was on the radar, and to I guess have been able to reconnect with her, I think is a really great thing. But like I said, a lot of the young girls, the combinations of some of the players out there, the likes of Lizzie and Kate Maloney, and I know that Kate's really stepping up as a leader of the future for netball, and it's going to be really amazing to be able to work with them, and of course with Tegan in there as well, and even with Maya as well. I think it'll be hopefully a really great place for us to all be able to work together, and and hopefully make the finals in 2019. Look out.
Just lastly, will it give you a bit of extra drive knowing that Maui will be hot on your heels about midway through the season?
Yeah, I think look, we've been really open about the way that might potentially look, and the way that might work, and I think it's going to be a really great thing for the coaching staff and for everybody to have options, and I guess the diversity of what the difference in personnel and the way that we all play is very different. So I'm very aware that I'm going to have to bring my A game to be able to earn that spot on the court, and but I'm really excited by the possibilities of having different changes, and I might have to work at my goal attack game too if I'm looking at keeping a spot out there. But I think those types of options will be really great, and I think it just adds it's an asset to the team if you can have the differences in the way that you actually play your seven, and that people aren't restricted to one position. I think it's you know, it throws out challenges for the opposition if you can actually throw different personnel in different, and it actually changes the dynamic of the way that your team works. So, yeah.
Thank you.
No problems.
Alright, so we're just going to grab some photos with Grant.